Kicking off the second half of January on the 17th tomorrow for $140, we got the Jordan Airship Diffused Blue dropping, but it's only going to be at some select boutiques. The Nike drop is not going to be tomorrow. This is a pretty nice looking sneaker, especially if you like that vintage retro looking vibe, but unfortunately, I would not expect these to be profitable. Now don't worry, because there actually is a lot of really good releases coming in January. In fact, one of the ones I think you guys will be most excited for is actually going to be a surprise, and this is something I alluded to a couple of weeks ago at the start of the month. As always, if you guys want early info for shock drops, consider joining Endurance with the link below, or just get free sneaker guides and notifications on that same link too. But in the meantime, in some less exciting news, also on the 17th for $115, we got the Dunk Low Miami Dolphins dropping. I actually think these are some really nice colors on here, very vibrant, but I don't know if they're right for winter. Come summertime though, these are going to look absolutely incredible. As for resale though, I cannot say the same. I would expect these to just be personals. Then on January 19th for $160, we got the Jordan 3 in grade school Red Stardust. Of course, this is a release that's just going to be for your kids, and it's going to be easy for you to get a pair for them if they're interested. In fact, I think these might even go on sale if you are patient, so of course they're not going to be profitable. And the same goes for the Jordan 2 Python, which is dropping the next day on January 20th for $175. These are also not going to be profitable, and if you do like them and want a pair, they'll probably go on sale if you are patient. But then on the 23rd for $115, we got the Dunk Low Women's Valentine's Day. Now this actually isn't the first Valentine's Day to drop this month. We saw a grade school pair in red and white already drop, and these seem to be holding up for brick profit, at least if you don't have tax. So I do think that is going to be possible when it comes to these, potentially on the very small size, considering there might be more demand for these for women. But of course, we will see as we get closer to the drop. As of now, I do think there is some potential for brick profit or lunch money on these. Next up, on January 24th for $160, we are finally going to be getting the Jordan 1 Low Chinese New Year. This is definitely one of the more unique pairs of Jordan 1 Lows that we've seen. Every time there's a Chinese New Year Jordan 1, they always seem to come out really nice, and this one is no exception. We got that dragon scale upper in green, combined with some burgundy, gold, and white, making this a really nice sneaker. Not only that, but despite the retail being slightly higher than usual, I do think that these should hold up for profitability, especially in the large sizes, 10 and above, bigger being the better, those of which should have a decent to good margin and potentially even better than that. In addition to the men's pair, we're also going to be getting a grade school version of the Jordan 1 Low Chinese New Year, and the colors are actually quite different on these. This time we have gold wrapping around the upper of the sneaker, rather than the entire upper being the dragon scale green. Instead, this time it's only going to be on the swoosh. Nonetheless, it's a pretty solid looking pair, and you gotta admire the details that they added onto these, and that includes the insole, that includes the box, and even the wrapping paper and accessories that come with this sneaker and the men's pair. So you gotta really appreciate what Jordan Brand has done. But unfortunately, when it comes to resale for these, I wouldn't expect much, mostly just personals, because of the fact that despite them being a grade school sneaker, they're only $20 less than the men's pair, being $140. Now also on the 24th, we're getting a Jordan 2 Low Chinese New Year for $165. Now usually I trash talk Jordan 2s, I'm not the biggest fan of them, but when it comes to this colorway, I do have to say that I am a fan of them. I think Jordan Brand did a really solid job on these, and I'm actually hoping I do get a pair. I don't think it's going to be too hard because they are Jordan 2s. Not only that, but they're Jordan 2 lows. There's even lower demand on those. And with that said, I'm not really expecting these to be profitable. Maybe because they're Chinese New Year Jordans, there might be some potential for brick profit in large sizes, at least if you have no tax. But otherwise, they're probably just going to be personals. But I wouldn't sleep, because unlike a lot of Jordan 2s, I definitely would expect these to sell out. Also on January 24th for $180, we got the Jordan 14 Low Women's Love Letter. This is definitely one of the most unique colorways that we've seen on a Jordan 14, and I have to admit, I'm actually a fan of them. I think these look really awesome, and I think they'll look even better in person on feet. But because they are a Jordan 14, I'm not really expecting these to be profitable. I would say they're just going to be personals, but this time I don't think they'll go on sale. At least I wouldn't depend on them going on sale, so if you do want a pair, don't sleep. Then on January 25th for $135, we got the Dunk Low Women's in Photon Dust, Light Smoke Gray, and Armory Blue, but it's coming in a very unique material. I'm not a big fan of this material, but let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm missing it. But in terms of the colorway, it's definitely not a bad color at all, and there appears to be at least some demand for these, but I don't think it's going to be sufficient for profitability given that retail is $135. Then on January 26th for $120, we're going to be getting a restock on Nike sneakers for the Nike Mac Attack OG. Now, if you guys don't remember, this pair dropped all the way back on June 23rd, and this is very close to the Travis Scott Cactus Jack pair, which just has the reverse swoosh and the Cactus Jack branding on it. But this is also the pair that Travis Scott himself wore, so they were pretty popular, and for that reason, for a brief period, they were actually pretty profitable. Now, when these restock, I would not expect them to be profitable. Right now, they're already pretty close to retail, so I don't really have high expectations, but if you do want a personal, this is definitely one of the most in-demand pairs of Nike Mac Attacks. It's not really saying much, but if you do want a personal, don't sleep. And on January 27th, we're getting an even better restock, and that's on the SB Dunk Low Court Purple. These originally dropped all the way back in 2021 for $100. Now they're dropping for a slightly elevated retail at $115, which still is not bad considering how much some other dunks have been selling for. But this is one of the SB Dunk Lows with some higher demand, and it is a pretty solid color, which is not too hard to pull off. So I would expect these to remain profitable with a decent margin, at least lunch money in all sizes, especially the large sizes, 10 and above. So it looks like there is some good opportunity here. On the other hand, also on the 27th, we got the Jordan Airship Midnight Navy dropping for $140. Like all recent airships, I would expect these to just be personals. In fact, you might be able to get them for below retail if you are patient. And also on the 27th for $200, we got the Jordan 6 Yellow Ochre dropping. Like most Jordan 6s, these are just going to be personals. As usual, guys, January is the worst month for sneaker releases, but we do have a surprise coming in January, that of which I know you guys are going to absolutely love. Just a reminder, for all early information, which includes the date, release method, time, etc. for sneaker shock drops, consider joining Endurance with the link below. And remember, we do so much more than just sneaker reselling, including concert ticket reselling, stock investing, sports betting promotions, Amazon FBA, price glitches, and so much more, all on that same link below. And I also do make completely free sneaker guides with links, tips, and urgent notifications, all for free on that same link below. Not to mention, you also get one free channel of Endurance on that same link, which is currently the free Chick-fil-A channel. Yes, I could show you guys how you could get Chick-fil-A for completely free. With that said, though, have a great rest of your day, guys, and good luck on all these upcoming releases.